Hey there, this is Ed Rigsby with the Cigar PEG. You probably know me as the face of the Cigar PEG. I'm the co-founder and the executive director. You know, when I think about all the people that really go into making the Cigar PEG work, it's astounding the folks that hang every year and help. And I want to talk to you about Robert Bradford a little bit. You might know Robert. He's the guy that teaches strategic planning. And very successful at that. He's been doing it for a long time. He works with very large corporations. If you ever want to recommend anybody for strategic planning, he's the guy. But I want to talk to you about Robert and the Cigar PEG. I met Robert back in 2002 at the Orlando Cigar PEG, and that was the first year we had the Ambassador Corps. And Robert was just jumped in, and he was there in the corner selling cigars, and got to know him, and he just jumped in back then and started helping, and ever since then he's been an integral part of making the Cigar PEG work. He's a very bright guy. He's come up with many of our themes. The Bad Wolf theme was his idea. The last year's in Anaheim, Pirates of the Podium, that was his theme. You know, he's the one that comes up with all this cool stuff, and just an amazing person. He's an amazing confidant for me. He, you know, when I go off the deep end, actually sometimes we go off the deep end together. It was he and I together, and we had a Cigar PEG board of directors meeting in Puerto Vallarta. I mean, you know, just had to go down there, and Robert and I disappeared from the group and sat in one of those pools where you sit in a lounge inside a pool, and we were smoking cigars, drinking beer. Came back to the rest of the directors with the idea, let's create an advanced speaker school. Well, everybody kind of went crazy on that. But, you know, it really worked out, and the advanced speaker school is no longer done through Cigar PEG. I do it as my own business. There's a lot of reasons behind that. We don't need to get into that, but, you know, I gotta say, Robert has been such a huge help to me, and an amazing person to bounce ideas off of. And you know, he's kind of quiet. I mean, you've maybe seen him present at NSA many times on strategic planning, but he's just kind of a guy that's there to help in the background. And year after year, you know, Robert shows up. He helps. Most of the convention, you know, he's really engaged with the Cigar PEG, and you'll probably meet him this coming July in Indianapolis in the Cigar PEG suite. We're going to be at the JW Marriott, and you know, do me a favor. When you see Robert, go up to him and say, "Hey, Robert, thanks. You know, we really appreciate the fact that you're out there helping every year, and kind of also helping to keep Ed in line, because, you know, it's pretty easy for Ed to go off on some weird tangents, which, well, hate to admit it, but I've been known to do once in a while. And Robert has just been such an integral part and such a huge help that I'd like you to know just how important he is to the Cigar PEG, and how important he is to making the Cigar PEG work. And, you know, if you were to just thank him, that would be just the coolest thing. You know, Robert's presented at many of the Cigar PEG advanced speaker schools. He's presented at my own speaker schools. And, you know, Robert, here's to you. I really appreciate all that you do. And all of you supporters of the Cigar PEG, go to Robert, thank him. And, you know, Robert, can't wait till the next time we get together. Hopefully before Indianapolis, but you know, I'm really looking forward to Indianapolis and your help, and thank you. And make sure all of you Cigar PEG people go up to Robert and say thanks. So, Robert, here's to you. I appreciate you. Thanks a lot.